Yo, what is up, guys? It's Josh here, JM Reacts. We are back for a bit of a late movie night tonight. So what are we watching again? I completely spaced. No, I do know. We're watching a bit of a classic, as I'm sure you guys, if you clicked on the video, are aware. I've somehow never watched this before, and I've never seen anything about it really. All I know is I'm fairly sure it's about one guy being chased by another guy. That's kind of as far as my movie knowledge of this one goes. I've definitely heard about it many times, No Country for Old Men. But I mean, if you'd ask me what it's about, I'd say exactly that. It's about some guy chasing about another guy for like money or for like something he owes. Honestly, I've got fucking no idea. So we're just gonna get straight into this and see what is what. But I've heard good things about it. And it's a movie I've heard about, and it came out in like 2007. So I mean, we're a little while past that now, like 16 years. So I mean, it's if I still hear about it every once in a while, it's clearly got to be a pretty good movie. So let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Got the little Sesame Snap snack for the start of this movie.
Grandfather was a lawman. Father too. Me and him were sheriffs at the same time. Him up in Plano and me out here. I think he's pretty proud. Understand. Man would have to put his soul at hazard. He'd have to say, okay.
Okay, no idea what it's about at the moment, but the guy who's speaking, I think he's our main character. And he's a sheriff.
Thing on him like a oxygen tank for emphysema or something, and a hose that run down his sleeve.
What's he doing?
You got me.
Oh, he's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him.
Yes, sir. I got it under control.
Bro looks fucking insane. Oh my god, he's bleeding. Okay. That was a very intense start. What on earth is going on here? So he got arrested, killed the cop, stole the cop's car, pulled someone over, and is now going to kill this guy?
Howdy. What's this about?
Step out of that car, please, sir.
What is that?
What the fuck is going on with this show so far? We're 5 minutes in and 2 people just died. Okay, so it looks like he stumbled his way into to a bit of a shootout here. And this is the sheriff. This is the guy who's talking at the start, I'm fairly sure. Oh shit, that looks like a fuck ton of drugs. Holy fuck.
You speak English?
What's a Lobo?
Shoot my dumb ass. But if you stop in shade.
Okay, it says here a lobo in the southwestern US and Mexico is a timber wolf. But it also says, what is lobo slang for? It's a racial category for a mixed race person. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of lost. This guy just eventually died from the wounds, or was he shot by someone else? Like out here. Okay, so that's probably the money for the drugs. Okay, he's hiding this stuff. He's not like taking it in, so I'm assuming he's gonna keep the money.
What's in the satchel?
It's full of money.
That'll be the
All right.
Llewellyn.
Yeah.
What?
Well, something I forgot to do, but I'll be back.
What are you gonna do?
I'm fixing to do something dumber than hell, but I'm going anyways.
Is he taking the water for the guy?
I don't come
Surely
back
not.
to tell Mother I love her.
Your mother's dead, Llewellyn.
I'm still confused about that guy at the start. Who was he? Why did he kill that other sheriffs or the deputy? And why did he kill that random guy in the car? It seems so unnecessary. Unless he's just crazy. Okay, so he did come back all that way just to get that guy that water. Clearly a very nice guy. Damn, man. I don't think you're gonna make it very far being chased by a fucking car. What happened to his gun? Oh, he still got it. Why didn't you just shoot the guys in the car then? Ah, damn, he's gonna have to shoot the dog, isn't he? Ooh. Fucking hell, brother. Couldn't have cut it much closer than that. Poor dog as well. I get the dog was gonna kill him. He was gonna attack him and kill him. But I like dogs. So.
What time do you go to bed, sir? You're a bit deaf, aren't you? I said, what time do you go to bed?
This guy's incredibly weird.
Somewhere around 9:30. I just, you're dead. You've been putting it up your whole life. You just didn't know it. It's been traveling 22 years to get here. And No, it's here. I need to see their heads or tails. And you have to say a coin.
Is he gonna kill him if he gets it
I
wrong?
need to know what I stand to win.
Everything.
How's that?
You stand to win everything, Cole. Which it is.
What a weird interaction. So weird.
Llewellyn?
Baby, things happen. I can't take him back.
So I'm confused. Why is he like, is he already running? Or is he just getting her to leave and he's staying there until he eventually ends up running? Because I know he like leaves and he gets chased. Jesus Christ, I'm not gonna lie, that did scare the shit out of me. That did 100% scare the shit out. I was not expecting that, holy fuck.
It is a car fire. Wendell said there's something in the back. I love you more and more every day.
That's very nice. Be careful.
Always am.
Don't get hurt.
Never do.
Don't hurt no one.
You say so.
Okay, maybe I was wrong then. Maybe our guy who we've been following, who has the money now, he wasn't the sheriff. That's the sheriff. And this guy's just some random guy who stumbled into the money. And that's why he didn't report what he saw at the time. And that's why he didn't, whatchamacallit. He didn't hand in them guns like I thought he was going to. So he's not part of it. Okay. It's all coming together now. It's all coming together. Their accents are so similar, I just thought they were the same.
If it ain't, it'll do till the mess gets here.
He's got this fucking contraption again. How the fuck did it do that? I'm still so confused as to who this guy is. I don't even know who those guys that called him, or well, I assume called him, to go to the spot where the shootout happened was. He went there with them, he shot them, he left. I'm blown away by what's going on. I have no idea.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking for Llewellyn Moss.
Did you go up to his trailer?
Yes, I did.
I think if he didn't hear the fact that there's someone else there, he would have killed her. Wait a second. What did he just... Single person, 24. Double bed, couple, 27. 2 double bed, couple, 28. 2 double bed, 3 people, 32. Okay, so I'm assuming that the single person one is just a 1-person room. Okay?
Now, you pick the option goes with...
Why is a double bed? I don't know what's going on. he's going to Del Rio, which I think is where their girlfriend went. I think. What is wrong with this guy? He doesn't even know there's someone coming after him for sure at this point, does he?
Could I get another room?
You want to change rooms?
No, ma'am. I want to keep my room and get another one.
Why did he buy another room though? Like, because if he's worried about the person finding him in the room he bought, he just bought another one. So surely he'd know that he bought both. If he went to the front desk and found out. So they've got a tracker in the case, I'm guessing then. What number has he got? 139? Damn, that's a fucking huge silencer. I'm confused why he's gone to the other room to get the bag. For one. And yeah, I thought he attached a rope to it so he could get it back out. This guy is insane. Taking the shoes off so he walks quieter. Got the fucking gas canister to blow off locks. And then a silent shotgun. Jesus Christ, man. Who are these guys? Why would you not fight back at that point? The guy just closed the curtain. He can't see what you're doing. Grab the gun. Is he now looking for the case?
Which way?
When did you last see him?
November 28th last year.
Seem pretty sure of the date. Did I ask you to sit?
Oh shit, that's Fuchs from Barry.
But you struck me as a man who wouldn't want to waste a chair. I remember dates, names, numbers.
There's a floor missing? Everything about this movie so far is just so jarring. Like, I keep just getting given information that has no conclusion. It's just empty information. And I don't know if I'm meant to remember it or not. Oh, cat.
You on all night?
Yes, sir. I'll be right here at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Surely at this point he's got to work out that there's a tracker somewhere in that bag or in the money. Because, I mean, how would he have found you in that motel? Has he worked out? He must have worked out by now. What's he searching for? Yep, see, he's got it. Now do you just throw it away, or do you try and mislead him somehow? Oh, is he calling reception? And it's just ringing out. I would not do that. I'd not do that. I wouldn't even be near the door. I'd be standing at an angle that's way off from the door where someone wouldn't think I'm sitting. Not in front of the door like this either, because how do I know someone's not just going to shoot through the door? I'm sitting in one of the corners, watching the door. He's taking out the fucking light bulb. Jesus Christ. Damn. This Anton guy is a different breed. And he got hit. Was that by the door thingy though? Because I don't think that was by one of the guns. Well, the shotgun. Which, in all fairness, he did not know he had that shit. So how the fuck would he know that's a possibility to even happen? But even still, I wouldn't be standing right in front of the door. He's got a tracker. How do I know he's not just going to wait and bang through the door?
Ain't gonna hurt you. Need you to drive me on out of here.
Oh my god, bro. There's no way he's crashed it on purpose to look like a... He's not even going towards the crash. Is this it? I know he is going towards the crash. Sorry, I thought he was, from the angle in the mirror, it looked like he was just walking straight towards our guy. Guy could pop out now. He knows you're not in there anymore. And he's gone, the fucking rat, man. Oh my god. How the fuck did he get through the border looking like that? I'm not gonna lie, I see some guy fucking covered in blood. I'm just, you know what, brother? What do you need? Jacket, beer, all yours, big man. I'm going this way, you're going that way. You have a good night, yep? Jesus. Llewellyn's pretty fucked up now, though. I don't know how long he's gonna last. Don't know how bad that shot was either. What's he doing? Is he throwing it over? I wonder why. Oh, Jesus. That God doesn't give a fuck. Oh, the beer wasn't even to drink, it was just for the look. Llewellyn's not a dumb guy, but... Oh, he did get hit. Where did he get hit? In the leg? Oh, yeah. What is he doing? Is that gonna blow up? Could he not have just gone in and bought the fucking medication he needed? This he... Holy fuck. Bro is an odd individual, to say the least. It's just strange. Everything he does is just... It's all very calculated, in all fairness, but it is still very strange.
Buenos dias. I'm guessing this isn't the future you had pictured for yourself.
So how's he found him now?
Don't worry, I'm not the man who's after you.
I know that. I've seen him.
You've seen him.
Didn't actually think Woody... I can't believe the space, but Woody Harrelson's in this, and I didn't expect him to be in this.
How would you describe him?
I guess I'd say he doesn't have a sense of humor. His name's Sugar. I don't mean Braze.
I didn't say Braze.
Pop metal.
What did I say?
Were you a man?
Yeah, I was a man.
Oh, okay, ex-army as well.
So was I. Look, you gotta give me this money. I got no other reason to protect you. Yeah. He's not even like me.
No, he don't talk as much as you are. Give him points.
So, who were you just
Carla Jean.
Anton worked for her then?
Don't know why I did. I told you. I don't know where he is.
You hadn't heard from him.
Because I thought the guy who hired Woody hired Anton, but he's just gone off the rails a little bit.
No.
Well, maybe that is still the case.
It ain't me.
Or maybe he has been hired by someone else. And they're just in the same kind of like world of assassination.
These people will kill him, Carla Jean. They won't quit.
He won't neither. He never has.
This sheriff seems like a good guy. I recognize that actor as well, the sheriff. He was in Men in Black. I really enjoyed the first Men in Black movies. They were so good. How is he here? How does he know about this unless Llewellyn told him? Everyone seems awfully good at what they do in this. And he sees it.
Money, Anton.
Damn, this show builds up suspense so fucking well. Holy fuck, it keeps scaring the shit out of me. Big man, it just did it again. It just did it again. Instantly it did it again. Holy fuck. Well, I have to admit, I expected Carson's character to be in this a little bit longer, but I guess not.
Yes.
Is Carson Wells there?
Do you know where I'm going?
Yeah, I know where you're going.
This guy.
No, she won't be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you something, all right? I decided to make you a special project of mine. You ain't gonna have to come look for me at all.
Are we gonna get these two kind of battling at it? Hey, I mean, don't get me wrong. Our guy's, he's not stupid. Llewellyn's not bad, but
There's a question.
Anton's different.
Whether they stop being
But he is different.
men.
Yes, sir.
Now, Wendell, did you inquire about the locksmith? Another word for it. Who are these people?
Here last week,
In fact, you know what? I recognize him.
Out in California.
Not the sheriff, the other deputy.
People, kill
What do I recognize him from?
Yard, cash the social security checks. Well, they'd torture him.
TV show. I can't remember what it's called though.
Get someone to help this man. He needs to get into town.
This movie's great. I don't know, something about it. It's just got, it's got a feel to it. There's like a seriousness. Every scene feels super intentional. I don't know who directed this.
Hang up this phone.
Javier, but oh no, this is cast.
Llewellyn,
Hey, you.
what should I do?
Joel Cohen and Ethan Cohen.
I don't know. I hate to share with you.
Very good.
What'd you tell him?
What did I know to tell him?
No, she'll be all right.
She'll be all right.
Ain't nobody
I got the cancer. I don't know, something about like, I think it's like southwest or just south like United States accents. They're hilarious. I got the cancer. I can't leave you in the lurch. Llewellyn. Why is he here now? So he was hired by this guy.
Do you see me? What airport would you use?
Well, airport or airstrip?
Airport.
Well, where you going?
I don't know.
Just lighting out for the territories, huh? Brother, I've been there. Well, there's airstrips. The airport is El Paso. You gonna clamp him, buddy?
Can you get those chicken grates out of the bed?
What are you talking about?
This guy, man. This guy. What is going on here? What is going on, man?
Local law enforcement. I'm not on the radio.
Wait, is Llewellyn dead? I'm confused. Wait. Is he dead? I'm so confused. He was at the pool talking to the girl.
In the stash. I suppose so. Though they was leaving in a hurry. It's all the goddamn money, Ed Tom. Money in the...
There's why, how have they just done that to me?
It's just goddamn beyond everything. What's it mean? What's it leading to?
Don't go in. You gotta be behind the door or something, isn't it? The anxiety's getting to me at this point. What is going on? Why are we here? This movie's up to end in like 10 minutes. And I just feel like the whole story just stopped and we're just doing random stuff now.
Shot him in the door. Me and Ellie come out and tried to stop him.
Her mum's passed away now as well. So much death in one film.
You don't have to do this.
People always say the same thing.
What did they say?
They say, you don't have to do this.
I don't think she's gonna survive this. Oh, she's getting a proposition.
This is the best I can do. Call it.
What a strange individual.
She was crazy when I saw you sitting there.
Did he kill her? Did he not? Oh my God. It was a green. It was a green. Ooh, that was a bad one. Ooh, no. That's, no.
You have a bone sticking out of your arm.
All right, let me just sit here a minute.
There's an ambulance coming. Look at that fucking bone.
Tell you this one.
That fucking guy.
Just tell you.
Ooh, that would be painful on a different level.
Hell, mister. Look, I don't mind helping someone out. It's a lot of money.
Take it.
And he just walks away again.
Cold, and there was snow on the ground. He rode past me and kept on going. Never said nothing more about it, Mr. Rowland.
I don't think I've ever remembered a fucking dream that well.
Thank you.
Vivid.
The way people used to do, and I could see the horn from the light inside of it, about the color of the moon. And in the dream, I knew that he was going on ahead. He's fixing to make a fire somewhere out there in all that dark, and all that cold.
What an interesting... No way. I don't know what to think. I need to watch like an explanation video of what the fuck just happened. I'm going back to where he died at the motel because I feel like I skipped something. I feel like it just... Oh no, that was his room, wasn't it? That was... Sorry, I didn't recognize... Because when everyone was like shot on the ground, I didn't know who was who. Like, look, if you go back to this scene here, I didn't realize this was him. This, I didn't realize that was Llewellyn. I'm not gonna lie, I did not realize that was him. But he's just dead, he's gone there. How did he die? Why did he die? Was it Anton? No? Because it didn't seem like it. Those people were like running away in a car. It seemed like it could have been something different. And I don't get it. I'm so confused. I'm so... I don't know. YouTube, right? Let's go to YouTube and we're gonna watch an explanation video for this shit because I am lost. I am lost. No Country for Old Men. Anton Death. The ending for No Country for Old Men finally explained. Okay, we've got a 5-minute video. Oh my god, that's so loud.
It quickly became established as one of their greatest films, but its ambiguous final scene confuses audiences to this day.
Not just the final
So let's journey
scene.
back to
Like, there's
Texas.
so much of it that I get confused by. How did he die? Who killed him? This is Llewellyn I'm talking about. Deal gone wrong, after the badge, cash in hand, hitman after hitman, world gone wrong, the dream is over. Okay, we'll see if this explains it. Because I'm fucking clueless.
The primary narrative of the film is kicked off when Llewellyn Moss, played by Josh Brolin, stumbles upon the aftermath of a shootout and walks away with a satchel packed full of money.
Okay.
The deadly states. Viewers know that they may be worse off by the time the dust settles. The American organization attempting to buy the drugs has neither the goods they wanted nor the cash that Llewellyn made off with. Then, to make matters worse, Javier Bardem's character, Anton Chigurh, launches a reign of terror against them that seems to go all the way to the top. And as anyone who has seen this movie knows, you do not want to be on the wrong side of Anton Chigurh.
No, you do not.
Supposed to be the ultimate badass.
Thanks to the relentless Chigurh, No Country for Old Men is a white-knuckle ride with shootouts in the street, life-or-death decisions based on the toss of a coin, and harrowing scenes involving a captive bolt pistol that was meant to be used in slaughterhouses. However, along with action and suspense, the film has plenty of introspective moments and thoughtful themes that give viewers a lot to think about after the movie is over.
Very true.
Much of No Country for Old Men follows Sheriff Ed Tom Bell, played by Tommy Lee Jones, as he becomes increasingly concerned about his place in the world as an aging lawman. The deeper Bell gets into the situation involving Moss, Chigurh, and the missing money, the more concerned he is about the future. At one point, he flat out says that he feels overmatched and worries that the violence around him is escalating in a way that he can't contend with. By the end of the film, Bell is retired with his sense of law and order upended by the Moss affair, which means someone else has to follow in his footsteps and become the next sheriff. Whether that's his deputy or someone else, Bell will no doubt have some standing in his community as a statesman. The MacGuffin at the center of No Country for Old Men is a case containing more than $2 million in cash.
Yeah, okay, we know this.
Watches the money changes hands from the drug dealers to Moss and then to the hitman Chigurh. So what happens to the money after that? We know that a tracking device was placed in the know that Chigurh was still able to hunt Moss down without the tracker, and Chigurh didn't exactly disappear quietly. Even after a massive car accident and a broken arm, he was able to patch himself up on the spot and simply walk away. Will his surviving former employers track him down, or will Chigurh make himself disappear? If anyone can manage to hide himself and $2 million in plain sight, it's Anton Chigurh. Midway through
Okay,
the
but
film,
we're assuming that Anton has the money in this. But what makes us think that? Because in my mind, what I saw was sheriff pulling up on the scene, a car, loads of shots being fired, a car driving away, and in the car was multiple people hopping in the car, which made me think it was someone else that killed Llewellyn, not Anton, because Anton is very clean. He's kind of like in, out, you don't even know what happened.
In a mysterious office building, hires Woody Harrelson's character Carson Wells to seek out Moss and get the money back before Chigurh gets his hands on it. Wells, a savvy contract killer in his own right, is familiar enough with Chigurh to know how dangerous he is, and smart enough to try to get the money without directly involving him. Unfortunately for Wells, Chigurh finds him anyway and kills him on principle. If the organization that hired Wells is still trying to track down Chigurh and the money after the film ends, it's easy to imagine that they'll be sending out other hired killers to see who can finally bag Chigurh. It's also easy to imagine him killing every single one of them without a moment of hesitation or concern.
This scene, man. That scene still annoys me because I think he should have grabbed the gun.
Found Moss dead and realized that the money is gone, Sheriff Bell returns home to visit his uncle Ellis, a former lawman living all alone in a ramshackle house. Over the course of their conversation, Bell makes it clear that he feels he can't contend with the modern class of criminal. Ellis responds with a certain degree of sympathy, but also tells him about a horrific crime from many decades earlier. While not quite on par with the massive drug shootout at the beginning of the film, it reminds Bell that violence is nothing new. The world is a dark place, particularly if you devote your life to fighting on the side of the light. Ellis explains to Bell that it's vanity to believe that this struggle is new and unique to him.
You can't stop what's coming. They ain't all waiting on you.
Bell seems to concede this point, but also feels the time is right to hang it up. The scene is a perfect encapsulation of the film's meditation on how violence preys upon the soul. No Country for Old Men is remembered for a great many things, but perhaps one of the most discussed moments of the film is its ambiguous final scene. Bell sits at his dining room table and tells his wife about a dream he had. In the dream, he and his father are riding on horseback through the night, and his father rides past him silently carrying fire in a horn. He knows his father will be waiting up ahead, having made a fire for them, as Bell says, in all that dark and all that cold. The former sheriff concludes by saying this.
I knew that whenever I got there, he'd be there. Then I woke up.
And with that line, both the dream and the film ends, leaving most viewers scratching their heads. In the context of the rest of the movie, as Bell reckons with his place in the world, the dream feels like the conclusion of a man who knows that death is the next milestone. He's retired from law enforcement, like his late father before him, and so his subconscious is telling him that the reunion in the afterlife is imminent. But of course, Bell's dream ends before he joins his father at the fire, which means that he still has some living left to do. Check out one of our newest
Okay, I think I've started to get a bit of a grip on what the fuck just happened? Okay, so I'm gonna cut the recording off there. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 little Google searches now. So I want to see no country. So basically, what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to find out who killed Llewellyn. I'm gonna search up who killed Llewellyn. No. Llewellyn. What a name. Who killed? Because at first I was like really confused. Why would Sugar, like, surely it wasn't him. But then I was thinking about the scene where our sheriff goes into the hotel room and it's had its thingy blown off, the little hole. And I thought, okay, well, if he's gone back there, he knew where he was, therefore he could have got there. So it could have been him. But then, like, I mean, I just don't get who the people were driving off in the car beforehand. Who were they? Moss is later pursued by both Mexican gangsters and... Moss is the one killed by the... Okay, he's killed by the Mexicans, although Sugar is the one who discovered the drug money hidden in the ventilating shaft at the hotel Moss stayed at. Okay. So that makes sense to me. It does make sense to me because they did actually show us everything we needed to work that out. They showed the Mexicans leaving, although I think it was kind of ambiguous if it was the Mexicans or not. Like, for all I know, like, it could have been just fucking anyone who he bumped into at the place who didn't like him and then shot him. Like, I feel like that was left too up in the air for, like, you to actually work out. Maybe, I have to admit, a comment on my watching of the movie. I was so enthralled in the standard plot of the movie, which was what I thought it was going to be. You know, Llewellyn and him end up fighting it out. One of them wins, one of them loses, blah, 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 blah. Whatever happens there. I wasn't really paying attention to, like, the surroundings as much. Like, I don't think I paid enough attention to, like, the scenes that felt like kind of random, like the one with our detective and his uncle at the end. I was watching and I was listening, but at the same time I'm like trying to work out what the fuck is going on and why things are happening this way. But yeah, so they do give us all of the stuff. Obviously it wasn't Anton who killed him because of the way we saw the people leaving. That's that Anton style, and he's not with other people straight up, so we know he didn't do it. Then we go back to the hotel. Anton is in the hotel room, but the sheriff doesn't see him. Therefore, in my mind, maybe he was there before or after, and these are just 2 different times at the same time. Or he was right behind the door, and the sheriff just never saw him behind the door. But in my mind, Anton would have killed him when he walked in the room. So I'm thinking that this was just different times, and they put them right next to each other to build suspense. And then Anton, we saw the little grate to the ventilation open and the stuff was gone from it. So that makes sense. But there's lots to it that I feel like is just kind of like, I don't want to say cheaply done, but it feels cheaply done. Because in my mind, Llewellyn wasn't stupid. He wasn't the brightest, but he wasn't stupid. Why would he hide the money in the same place he hid it the first time he went to a motel? Same thing again, ventilating shaft again. You don't think anyone's going to find that? Maybe the guy chasing you who went to the last hotel, you know what I mean? But then again, at the same time, Llewellyn, I don't know, he may not know he went there, but I assume he knew, so... What else? What other questions do I have? Because there's lots of stuff that was left up in the air and you've kind of just got to work out for yourself. But I think that's pretty much all of it, other than if he killed Llewellyn's wife in the end as well, which I've got no idea about. He could have, but I literally have no idea if he did or not. I don't know how to feel about it, being brutally honest here. I don't know how to feel about it. Because I was really enjoying the movie. I was really enjoying it. And I thought it was going to go along the lines that it was setting for us. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was going to go along the lines of It's building all of this up. It's building all of this up. We've not had any like scenes that are so out there that it's like, you know, it doesn't make sense, or it's like it leaves up to you. They were explaining all of it for us. Like the film was showing you what was happening, and it was making sense. And then we started getting to the end. We got to the point where Llewellyn dies, and from that point onwards, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, only because I loved that first part of the movie so much. The suspense it built up, everything felt like it had a purpose. And even looking back on it now, even that last bit, everything there still had a purpose. But I think it missed the mark. Because for me personally, the things I would have liked to have seen, what would I have liked to have seen? If I just go over that last bit of the movie, and I click on this, what would I have liked to have seen? If we go across, I'm 1 hour 20 into it, I'm loving the movie. I'm 1 hour 30 into it, I'm loving the movie. I'm 1 hour 35 into it, I'm loving the movie. And then there, that last 20 minutes, I just didn't like. I really didn't enjoy it. It felt rushed almost. The whole movie was very slowly paced, but at a good pacing. It didn't feel boring to me. It just had a pace, and it was hitting it every time. And then we got to this bit, and it felt like I'd almost skipped it felt like I'd skipped a good 5 minutes there of what happened to Llewellyn. Then it feels like I skip a good 5 minutes of seeing Anton do whatever he does. And don't get me wrong, they show you, they very just slightly show you what's actually happened. Therefore, you can piece it together. But I don't know, I feel like maybe it's my fault for not being bright enough, but in my opinion, you have to make the movie so I think there's a balance. Let me explain it here. So in my mind, there's a balance with movies that are kind of like, you have to work it out at the end. You've either got not far enough where you just tell the viewers what happened. Like you just show them blatantly what happened. And it's kind of like, okay, cool, I guess. But I mean, I kind of saw all of this coming. You showed it very obviously, so it's nothing special to me. And then you have the too far extreme, where they leave tiny clues in the film for you, but they're so small that unless you're like someone who's watched it either multiple times or just pays attention to every detail of it perfectly, that you're not gonna work it out. And I think you have to find a balance in there between leaving hints and, you know, showing your viewers partially what happened. And they did here, they did. And I think part of me was just kind of like so out of whack because of what just happened. The fact that Llewellyn had just died. This has been our main guy for the whole movie, and then he's dead. There's not really an explanation of who killed him other than people driving away in a car. You can kind of put that together eventually, but I mean, it's not something you're instantly going to go, oh, well, that was definitely the Mexicans. In my mind, my first thing was, I don't know what happened, but a shooter happened for some reason, and Llewellyn got caught up in it. My first thought wasn't the Mexicans. That wasn't my first thought. What else? Well, I think that's my biggest point, because I loved everything else. Truly, I really enjoyed this movie. Everything else is great. Everything else was really good. I don't want to knock it anymore. I think that was amazing. And I think maybe, if I'd been more tuned on to what was gonna happen, and I was being a little bit more aware of the extra details, then maybe I would have loved the end more. Or, well, enjoyed it to a certain extent at least. I still don't love it when movies do that, just because, I mean, I'm a very visual person. So, I mean, if you can show me, do show me. Like, why not? Like, I don't think us not seeing how Llewellyn dies adds anything to it. It adds a shock factor, I guess, which this movie has clearly enjoyed doing. But I don't know. I've enjoyed the shock factor because it shocks me by doing something. It doesn't shock me by showing something that it didn't, by doing something that it didn't show me. So I mean, it's an interesting one. If any of you are still here and you're listening to me ramble on about this, because I know this is going to be a long one, then let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'll ask again at the end. I might even do like a new intro for the start of this video, talking about the movie before the movie actually starts. And I'll do like my whole intro as well. I'm gonna do that actually. So this is gonna be interesting. But yeah, so after that, Llewellyn died. I wish we'd seen that, but I'm not massively upset that we didn't see it. I'm more upset that we didn't get a slightly better explanation of why he died, or like who did it. Because obviously we've been shown throughout the whole thing that the Mexicans were also involved, you know. They were at the hotel. And I mean, the way we've been shown the Mexicans in the show has been the same throughout the whole thing. We haven't followed them. We haven't seen them doing things. They just are in certain places that we are at. Like when Anton found them at the hotel, at the first motel. We found them there. He shot them. He left. We talk about them later in their office building with the big boss guy, and he goes, why did you give them a tracker as well? Well, he thought it would be better if there's more people on it. So, I mean, in all fairness, the movie has dealt with the Mexicans the same way the entire way through the movie. It's not shown us anything about them. It's not shown us what they're doing. It's just shown us that they are there. So, in all fairness, you know, credit where credit is due. Then after that, we have the... this is where I think I fucked up. We have the scene in the diner, and it was right after Llewellyn had died. I'm still kind of... It took me a minute to realise it was Llewellyn who died, because I was like... I didn't recognise him on the floor, which is completely my fault. So then he's died. Then what have we got from here? Then we got the sheriff going to the hotel room. And again, I still wasn't switched on enough. I think if Llewellyn had died like a more visual way and I didn't have to work it out as much, I would have been listening to his conversations more, and I would have been, I don't know, I just would have been more on it. I feel like I would have noticed that, okay, the ventilation's open, okay, someone's stolen the money. Who would know the money's in the ventilation? Well, only Llewellyn, he's dead, and only Anton, because he's the only guy that was at the first motel as well, because the other Mexicans that were there were all dead as well. So it has to be Anton. So okay, that's fair enough. And then the conversation with Llewellyn and his uncle, I was listening to it. I wasn't as switched off for that conversation, but I was still half in it, half out of it, because I was like, what is going on? Why are we doing what we are doing right now? Because I feel like the plot of the movie, the reason for the movie, had just entirely changed. It was no longer to do with you know, this storyline of the money, Llewellyn, Anton. It was now to do with violence and how the sheriff is dealing with him retiring, and how violence is a common theme and all that. And I feel like I would have enjoyed that more again if I'd just been more switched on for the scene again, which I would have been if everything else hadn't happened in such fast order, in my opinion. Because that all happens from, we got Llewellyn dead at 1:36. We have the meal between him and, I don't even know who this other guy was because I wasn't paying enough attention, at 1:37. And then we have him in the hotel room again at 1:38, 1:39. And then by 1:42, we're at the thingy. We're at his uncle's place. And then they have their conversation. Then the last bit we'll talk about before we finish is Anton killing Llewellyn's wife. We don't know if he did, we don't know if he didn't. She refused to pick the coin, which I think may have made him leave her alive. And the reason for that is because she's kind of like, Woody Harrelson's character spoke about it earlier, like he has rules. Bigger than money, bigger than all of that. And one of his common ones was the whole following of was the coin thing, because we saw it earlier. He asked the guy to pick the coin, he picked heads, he got it right, and I'm fairly sure he lived because of that. So my theory is there that he lives by the coin, but if someone just goes, you know what, it's nothing to do with the coin, it's just you, it's kind of making Anton's character have a realization that, yeah, it is just me. And then he made a comment of, me and the coin got here the same way. So then I don't know if that was him going, I am the same as the coin is the same as me, we are just here now. Pick the heads or tails, and then maybe she picked, and maybe she didn't pick, and maybe killed her, maybe didn't kill her. I have no idea on that front. And then him getting hit by a car again. I don't know why that's in this. I thought when I first saw it happen, I was like, oh, is this how he's gonna die? Is he gonna get hit by a car and that's gonna be the end of him? And it's gonna be like this big kind of, not really a joke, but a bit like he survived all of this to then die like this. But then no, he got out of the car, walked away. So the point of him getting hit by the car, I have no idea. The point of him walking away from getting hit by the car, not dying, I have no idea. I'm just in a space of limbo here. I'm thinking something's going to come of it, and then it doesn't. And then his talk at the end with his wife, the sheriff's talk at the end with his wife about him about to die. Well, not him about to die, but him feeling as though his life is now coming to his end because he's just retired and stuff like that. Thinking about his dad, who died younger than he was. Again, cool. But I don't feel like we followed the sheriff enough for me to care. Like, I didn't feel enough attachment to the sheriff. I felt an attachment to Llewellyn. I felt an attachment to Llewellyn's wife. Didn't get to see what happened with Llewellyn. Didn't get to see what happened with Llewellyn's wife. I mean, in all fairness, we were with the sheriffs every so often in the movie. But I don't know, they always just felt like secondary characters to me, so I didn't pay them enough attention, which, again, that could just be my fault. Yeah, and then that's the way she blows. I'll do one Google search of who killed Llewellyn's wife, and then we'll give the movie a score. Who killed oh no. Did Anton Chigurh kill the wife? In the novel, it clearly states that he killed her. Oh. She calls a coin toss, but it's wrong. Their conversation is more in depth leading up to the kill, and later the sheriff is upset about her being killed. Film doesn't show it, but his character is no less held to his code, so he absolutely killed her. Okay, fair enough then. Again, I don't know why they left that out of the movie. I don't think that takes anything away from the story. I think, if anything, that adds on to more of the violence factor of the movie. So I'm a bit disappointed in that as well, I have to admit. But hey, it is what it is, right? Now, score time. Score time, score time, score time. What score are we going to give this mad one? Yeah. So our movies. We had Creed, that was an 8.8 last week. Did we give Creed an 8.8? I suppose I did really enjoy the film. It was just the boxing scene at the end that was a bit meh. But I don't think I should have given it an 8.8. But what's underneath 8.8? Anything here that's lower than 8.8? Across the Spider-Earth, 8.6. It's interesting, you know. It's interesting because this is another one of the movies. He's had a few of these so far where I've given it a score because that's just the score I've given it. But if you'd asked me the score at 1 hour 35 minutes through this film, I would have given you a very high score. I probably would have given it like into the 9s. If you'd asked me now to score the last 20 minutes of the film, it would be in the 7s, maybe into the 8s. But we give it the score as a whole, so I can't knock it. But the issue is when we have the end be so unenjoyable for me, in a sense, it makes it very... I always end up going, right, well, I can't get that last bit out of my mind. I keep thinking about the last bit instead of how good the start of the movie was. But if we go along here, I think I would give this... I think I'd give this an 8.2. Trying to see what else is around the 8.2 mark. We've got Extraction 2 at an 8.25. And although I enjoyed the action in that a lot, and it was just a good action film, this film could have been so much better than that. Miles better. But then I think they kind of fucked it up at the end. I just didn't enjoy the way they did the end, so. I'm gonna have to give it an 8.2. I'll give it an 8.2. But I'll give it an 8.2, premising like with a quotation of could have been way better. I was loving the movie. If they'd just done the movie and they hadn't tried to be all, if I'm being brutally honest here, if they didn't try to be all like extra and quirky with it and go, oh right, okay, well it's not really about the plot of the movie. It's about violence and like how it's always there and there's this and I mean, don't get me wrong, that could have been a really cool sentiment if it had been a little bit more obvious throughout the whole movie, as in what that was kind of like a harboring point we're sticking with, like it's not good, it's always here, it's not good. But I feel like we only kind of, from the latter half, I feel like it only picked up there, which I mean is okay, but it's not what I was looking for. So unfortunately it's an 8.2 with a possibility of being ungodly higher, but it did it to itself, I guess, in the end. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. If you've stuck here to the end of my rambling, then thank you. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. 8.2 is a good score. Like, I mean, let's be real. For me, like 9s to 10, 9 and above, amazing films. 8 to 9, like the lower half of 8s, good films. The higher half, great films. And then the 7s, they're okay. They're good films. But then the 6s and the 5s, when you get into the 6 and the 5 territory, you're getting, it's not a good movie. Low 7s, also not good movies. But like high 7s, they're okay. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just not great. They're just not good. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Please drop your thoughts. If you are, I'm guessing if you're here, you quite enjoy this movie, or like you've watched it before and you enjoyed it enough to the point where you'd want to watch it again with someone else, that being me. So give me your thoughts on it. Did you pick up on everything at the end? Did you know what you were watching? Were you like still like right in there when that was happening at the end? Because I felt like I was slightly out of it at the end. But yeah, man, give me your thoughts, ratings, and all that kind of stuff, and tell me if you think I'm wrong, because I very well could be. Other than that, guys, thank you for spending your time here watching with us. And yeah, I don't know. Guess that's gonna be it for this week. If you want to see more of these videos, hit us up. Hit up the subscribe button. We do movies every Monday, and a bunch of other content. So check it out. Peace, guys. Thank you for watching.